Good morning, guys. Hope everyone is good. Thank you for joining us. Thank you to the guys that subscribe to the channel, and hoping that future guys will subscribe and become of this growing family. I'm going to introduce to you my belief and my life turned around practically in a way I never thought it would. Remember, the caption was Restoration by the Manufacturer. Over the last 2 days, I've broken down my journey briefly from childhood into adult, or young adult, I rather say, right? So as the future goes on, as more videos pop up in the channel, you'll hear a deeper experience of what was going on. I reached a stage of total loss and I gave up on life. Why? I was working for the municipality in Durban for about 2 years, waiting for the promise of a permanent post. Just from a personal experience, working for the municipality was a great achievement, if you want to call it that, in Durban. So I thought that this was my new entrance into a better life. This was my new entrance into me becoming better. But a job is not who you are. So I came to Johannesburg seeking employment. I drove up and down, guys, 10 times. 10 times, Johannesburg to Durban, all by myself. During this time, I became frustrated, extremely angry at my existence. While the disappointments kept growing, the final straw was the death of my dad. In the future, I hope to discuss dad versus father. At this point, thoughts were rushing through my mind. Why am I not dead? Why do I need to suffer like this? When does this end? Even thoughts of suicide had crossed my mind. I remember the day I left Durban with a sense of no worth, guys. A sense of not living any longer. Wanting life to end. As you're all aware, many of us also may have them already drawn up, and that is called a will. When anybody dies in the family, you read out or you become aware of the will. So we had a family meeting, and I'll never forget this day. So the will was read out, and me growing up without a dad, I had no expectations. Nothing crossed my mind telling me that my so-called dad had left me anything. So I had come to terms with my life is at the lowest, so it can't get any worse. The will was read out, and exactly as I said, nothing. These were my words to family members. Do not worry about me. My Heavenly Father will take care of me. I smile now, but when I mentioned those words, my heart was in different pieces, in a million different pieces. As these words left my mouth, the phone rang. A very kind lady called me, confirming I was chosen for a post in Johannesburg. Zero balances in the bank, I decided to leave Durban. While I was driving up to Johannesburg, it seemed like an eternity. It seemed like forever. Why? Because I cried the whole way. Thoughts were rushing through my mind. Where am I? Who am I? Why am I here? Who is God? Why do people speak about God? Why do people believe in God? Why have I been hearing about God all my life? But to me, he seemed non-existent. These are the words I spoke in the car, and I remember them, and I will remember them all my life. If you are real, show up. If you are real, turn up in my life so that I can have an experience of who God really is. And this is the commitment I remember I made. I said, God, if you are real and you turn up in my life, I will commit my life to you forever. So the journey of restoration began. A lot of crying, sleepless nights. I decided to search for the truth about God. Because I heard about God all my life. I had been to church before. So something was missing, guys. Something was not adding up. Why was my prayers not working? Why it seemed like my tears were going in vain. I attended Rhema Bible Church in Randburg 2016. I can remember the services. I would stand tearing all the way through. People I did not know would come around me, tap me on the back, and tell me that God has a plan for me, and in due season, He would reveal that plan. At that time, those words meant nothing. Why? Because I was too busy looking for a hanky to wipe those tears. Side note to the ladies out there, men also cry. Anyways, I would attend the morning and evening services because I did not know where else to get help. Who should I ask for help? Who would understand my story? Who would even consider what I'm saying? With all honesty, I would speak to now my wife, then my girlfriend, and we would cry together, pray sincerely, ask God to help us, ask God to direct us. I would drive to the job, talking in the car like the person is sitting next to me. But to the person outside, it would seem that I was crazy. Because I would speak and I'd say, so where are you? Who are you? Why have you created me? I've heard about you all my life, but I've never experienced who you are. I kept attending church. I decided not to repeat my religious acts, which I had done before. When I say religious acts, we'll discuss them later on. Because I was doing the same thing throughout my life and there was no change. If God was so good, then why was there no change? Why was there no difference? Why was there no healing? I joined the Rhema Bible School in 2017 because I was set out, and I'm still set out, to discovering who God is. I was attending the Sunday night live services where it's specifically for younger youth, young adults, a lot of people from different walks of life. So I learned a lot there as well, acquired the acquaintances of many other different people with different thoughts. I persevered the Bible school. Let me tell you this in advance. If anyone is planning to go to Bible school, it'll challenge your mind. It'll challenge your culture. It'll challenge your religious ways. So, continued Bible school. My whole being was committed into finding the truth. My whole being was committed into finding who God is. Why was I introduced to God when God doesn't help me? So, continued the journey with a perseverance, with a tenacity to find this God, to discover this relationship with this God. Remember the sleepless nights? I would get up, go to the job, which I was still new at, so I was still learning. I would leave the office at 5 p.m., attend Bible school at 6 p.m., finish Bible school at 9 p.m., reach home between 9:30 to 10 p.m. at night. This was the lifestyle for 2 years, guys. The assignments at Bible school, 30 to 40 pages per module. When I say per module, that would mean in one subject, there could be 3 assignments that I'm doing. 30 to 40 pages. Sleepless nights, early mornings, late evenings. At that time, I didn't see why. But today I sit in front of you with material, with experiences, so that you can also gain them and share them. Bible school is no joke. It requires commitment, the humility to listen to others. Most of the time, we're just hearing people. We're not listening. That is why our relationships fall apart. They break. They fall down. Bible school was not free, guys. I needed to make a commitment. Anything that is worth in life will not be free. It will require a price. Question: how much are you worth? How much are you willing to invest in your life, invest in your future, invest in your current state, invest in your family, Because if the person in the family has taken a step to grow, the family grows. One of the biggest decisions I had to make was marriage. Yeah, marriage. That's a whole different ballgame, but we'll get there, right? So, not knowing what marriage is, the church has specific principles that you need to fulfill before you can get married. So, one of the men that have been a blessing to my life has been Pastor Neville van Wyk. Shout out to him. He's not only been a marriage counselor, not only been a pastor, but he's become a close and a dear friend. He treated me like I was one of his own. He treated me as I belonged to his family. He taught me things about myself I did not know, roots that were instilled in me from my father, from my grandfather, and that's why it was manifesting in my life. He taught me many biblical principles regarding man and woman, husband and wife, what it is in a marriage that takes you to the next level of learning, of growing, and achieving that. If we're not driven, if we're just living day to day, guys, it gets frustrating. And then people want to quit, people want to drop out because there's no directive. Where are you going in that marriage? What do you want to achieve? Why are you married? Bible school, marriage counseling, prep for wedding, all in one go, guys. By the grace of God, I was able to complete first year, second year, completing third year at the moment, looking forward to 2021. Sleepless nights again, but all worth it. The nights I spent, I never understood. For me, it just seemed tiredness. It just seemed, why? Why am I doing this? Why am I trying to find out about God? But I can tell you now, it was priceless. Priceless. Remember the manual I mentioned? This is my manual, guys. This manual, as you can see, has been through the wars. This one was filled with the tears. It even lost its cover, but dear to my heart. This one was with the struggles, trials and tribulations. How do I get through? How do I learn about myself? How do I do this life? Currently, restoration, living life, learning about myself. Who am I? Why am I here? What does the manual say? The manual is actually from the manufacturer. So to me, this is the manufacturer's mind in print of the product that he wants to use, he's developed, and he wants this product to be optimum, guys, to work at its best, to do what he made it to do. And the only way that this product is going to do what this manual has taught me is with the application and acquiring the knowledge. So I pray that the knowledge shared will be applied. I pray you guys take it home, apply it in your workplaces, apply it in your relationships, apply it with friends. See how it pans out, guys. Do it for yourself, because experience no one can take from you. It's been an absolute joy. The last 3 days, it's brought me joy that I cannot explain. But thank you again for subscribing. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being part of an active change in our society, in our futures, of our children, of the next generation. What are we leaving behind, guys? Let's leave something that can empower them forever. Stay blessed. Keep smiling. Try this today. Smile at a stranger and see what's the response. We love you. Praying for you. Take care. Be blessed.